Hi, Don Buckley here, and I'm the Director of Innovation and Technology at School of Columbia University. I'm also a Pearson author for the Interactive Science K-12 series. And today I'd like to introduce you to the idea of 3D printing. So you might be familiar with these specs that you see in front of you here, which are actually specs so you can watch 3D movies. I'm going to talk about a different type of 3D today. I actually found these specs on Amazon, which actually turn 3D into 2D, sort of interesting, right? And of course, let's not forget about 1D. What you're looking at right now is actually a bicycle that was printed. This one was actually spotted at the London Design Festival last November, and is designed by Andy Hawkins and Chris Turner at the Aerospace Innovation Centre in Bristol, UK. The bike is constructed from a manufacturing process known as additive layer manufacturing, ALM, and that's also used to manufacture satellites. So this type of thing is a reality, believe it or not, that you can actually print 3D objects. Technology's been around for, many years, 30, 40 years, but this image that you see in front of you, which is the MakeABot Thing-O-Matic, is the one that's really brought it into vogue in schools. We bought this one about 2 years ago and actually built it in-house, and it actually prints out 3D objects. You see the rabbit here in front of you. Following that, we actually invested in one that was a bit more complicated called a 3D Touch. This actually prints out in 3 different colors and was more sophisticated, also printed out larger objects. Before you can actually print anything in 3D, you actually have to design and build a model. And there are 3 common building tools, drawing tools, the 3D rendering tools, if you call them that we've used. The first one is Tinkercad. You see the image in front of you here. Another one we've used is 3D Tin. And the third one that a lot of you may be more familiar with is Google's SketchUp 7. There's a free version and then a more sophisticated pro version, which will do much, much more things. But any of these 3 things will actually allow you to design and draw a 3D object. Once you've done that, this is where it might get a little bit complicated, because once you've saved that drawing, that SketchUp file, whatever, you will need to convert that file into another format for it to be printed on your 3D printer. And this can be a little tricky. Normally files, when you build them in 3D, are saved as STL files. You can look that one up. And then you got to convert to a more proprietary software to actually get it to print for you. So this is a tough bit. The other thing that you need to be aware of if you are 3D printing is scaling. So, you need to pre-scale your object so it's not huge. So, these printers really only print things that are no more than, the ones that I showed you at least, 7, 8 inches high. So you must make sure you're writing or you're drawing in the right dimensions. So scaling is a really important factor. The other thing that's really important, I'm showing you here some items that we printed out, some chairs and desks, that you're actually designing for the printer that you're going to be printing on. These models right here were actually really very complex designs and sort of didn't come out as well on the printer. They should have been sort of more crudely designed, if that makes sense to you. And after you sort of render and you correct your files, get them in the right format, you actually do print. That's the final stage. So that's your brief introduction to 3D printing, and hopefully you'll be able to do some more research online and see where you might take it from here. Thank you.